Good afternoon. Thanks for joining in. We're going to present a little bit what Pure Storage has been doing recently in some major telecom, media, and entertainment accounts, and very specifically how the company has been able to reduce drastically footprint, power consumption at major video production companies. Before I get started, a few words of introduction about Pure Storage itself. It is likely that you don't know Pure Storage. Pure Storage has been working behind the scene for the last 10 years in data infrastructure management, gathering about 13,000 customers in all type of enterprise settings. So media and entertainment is one of the verticals of Pure Storage, but there's also telecoms, healthcare, manufacturing, automotive, and about 63% of Fortune 500 company are actually relying on Pure Storage for their data infrastructure. Why is that? Mostly because the company has been, from the very beginning, designing data infrastructure based on flash storage. And flash storage, as you might or might not know, is just a lot more efficient, a lot more power efficient, and a lot more high performance than spinning disks or solid state drives. I'm going to go through a little bit more. If you don't know Pure Storage, but if you are interested in data infrastructure, it is interesting to know that Pure Storage, for the 11th year in a row, is been identified by Gartner as a leader in the enterprise storage space. And for the last 5 years, Pure Storage has been the leader in storage, identified by Major Gartner, both from an execution and from a vision perspective. As a result, the company has been the fastest growing and the only one growing in terms of market share in the data infrastructure storage space. So as you can see, over the last 10 years, Pure Storage has been little by little growing and taking market shares and is now the market leader in data infrastructure. All right, so what does it mean for the media and entertainment industry? Well, we've gone through a lot of evolution technologically, from tape to digital to IP, the production, the encoding, the storage, all have changed. And until recently, storage was mostly for archival, but with AI and with automation, you need to actually be able to store data, to store video in a format that requires very low latency and very high performance. And that's why most of the media company have been transitioning their storage technology and their data infrastructure technology in order to be able to take advantage of AI and automation. So we have some of the largest customers on that slide, just from media and entertainment perspective. And I'm going to give you just one example, a live example of a real customer, how we solved their problem, how we were able to drastically change their infrastructure, increase their capacity while reducing their costs and their footprint. So this customer, very simply, has over 20 locations in the US. Those locations, those data centers, host nearly 1,400 systems, and consume about 250 megawatt per month. So that's a huge amount of storage. That's a large footprint. That's a lot of power consumption. And because of the transition to 4K, because of the transition to AI that requires more metadata and more tagging of the video assets. They were expanding, or they were needing to expand, but they were running out of space in a lot of the data centers that they were hosting. And also, obviously, the costs associated with that increasing footprint were growing. So the company started to look at what were the different technologies and the different vendors that could help them in this space. And they ended up selecting Pure Storage. And the result is pretty drastic. So for the same capacity, but with higher performance, Pure Storage has been able to deliver an astonishing savings of 92% in footprint. So just think about it. You have 20 data centers. Each of those data centers has 10 to 12 racks. And those 10 to 12 racks were all replaced by half a rack for the same performance, the same capacity. And obviously, that results also in a lot of power savings. So 95% going down from the 250 megawatt per hour that were being consumed to close to 12 megawatt per hour. So really a great amount of savings. At the same time, with this new technology, not only they ended up reducing their costs, but they also improved their performance. Their performance has increased by a factor of 10x. And when I say it increased, the latency has decreased that much that the quality of the picture in terms of frame per second has increased, resulting in a better user experience, which ended up basically bringing more revenues. So this is just one little example of what Pure Storage can do in the media and entertainment from a data infrastructure standpoint. We have a number of colleagues that are here. I'll be ready to answer any questions you might have. I'm going to let you now finish your drinks or order new ones, and come see us if you have any questions. Thank you.